And we have the all-Scottish lineup here in the student women's eights in the Island Challenge Cup. University of St Andrews in the Bucks station on the left-hand side. Edinburgh University C in the Bucks station on the right of your screen.
Nice, clean, quick start from both crews here. Edinburgh look as to have a slight advantage over St Andrews. They are the C crew from their university, so they might want to get away ahead of St Andrews as soon as possible to try and shut them out of this race. Let's take a look. You can see a bit of bounce, a bit of wash in that water. The cameras are shaking slightly. These are exactly the conditions that the athletes are experiencing on the course right now, but isn't it a great test of their technical preparation and how well drilled they are as a crew? Testament of their training throughout the whole season here. Edinburgh still looks like they're ahead of St Andrews at this moment in the race.
It's incredible, isn't it? We were talking before about the strength of the programs that have A, B and C crews, and sometimes even more than that, and how it really talks to the strength of the programs and the depth in those programs.
I think both programs are incredibly deep. I know Edinburgh has something like 70 rowing machines up in their rowing gym, so they can accommodate a lot of athletes. I know particularly their novice program is incredible. They keep funneling athletes up and up every single year. Colin Williamson is doing a fantastic job leading that team. But also St Andrews, they've also started embarking on a little bit of beach sprint rowing, so they've got a dual focus at that university, and Scotland is sort of leading the way for that in the UK.
That is really interesting. I mean, you'd think a country like Australia, we would be doing the same thing. So for a country like Scotland, and I mean, the weather's great if you're from Scotland maybe, but probably wouldn't be a country that you would think of for beach sprints. So that's quite extraordinary to have clubs and universities and a nation leading in that way. But we can see here it is still the University of St Andrews, perhaps just with the lead. It's just a bit of an awkward angle. They'll start to straighten up as they come around here. We'll get a better read on that. But I thought it was interesting that in both boats, none of the rowers have any previous Henley Regatta experience. It's just the coxswain from both crews. So Teesing, the cox of the University of St Andrews crew, and Theo Murphy, the cox of the Edinburgh University crew.
As long as the coxes can keep their boat straight, then it's all down to the gladiators in the boat with 8 oars battling out side by side, exactly like you said, Sarah. This is also the first ever female crew of University of St Andrews in this event and at Henley Royal Regatta. They're doing fantastically. It looks like they kept their cool throughout the middle portion of this race. They didn't care too much that Edinburgh got up to an early lead, and now they're coming back. You can see them lift that rate up, and with half a length of advantage, they're looking to extend that heading into the enclosures.
And you can just see the blade work on both crews here, a good shot looking back at them. And for me, the University of St Andrews crew, just looking a little tighter, a little bit better timed, those blades going in together. Well, they were most of the strokes before.
Commentator's curse. But Lewis McHugh, as you rightly pointed out, he did prepare them very well. He's the new head coach now, taking over from Alan Sinclair, former GB Olympian, that was coaching the St Andrews program before. Now they're looking really nice and composed heading into this enclosure. Great stuff for them.
Yeah, clear water lead now to the University of St Andrews over Edinburgh University as they come down into the enclosures. We got a shot there at the back of the University of Edinburgh C crew. Georgia Haynes in the bow seat.
Oh, just the passion and the determination in the Edinburgh C crew. I can see just how hard they're working now. They're absolutely going for it. Even if this is the last race of the event, they want to make sure that they do not leave a single inch behind on that course. And we have a fantastic close-up shot here now. You can just see them lifting the rate up and going for it through the sprint finish.
Yeah, they're absolutely going for it. They put it all out on the line early, but it's this crew here from St Andrews who have the advantage. They're coming down into the dying stages, past the grandstand.
You can hear the clocks just numbering off the number of strokes left until the end, until the finish line, and they'll be able to rest finally.
So we hear the cheer there from St Andrews. Pats on the back in the Island Challenge Cup.
Yeah,
it was University of St Andrews over Edinburgh University C.